We're pushing absolutely every single area of the game to make it the best off-road racing experience you can imagine.
It's got a good balance between arcade and realism. Anyone can play it, all different ranges, but there's a lot of depth there at the same time.
Dirt 3 gives you a variety of surfaces, a variety of weather conditions, and certainly a variety of cars. You can get to drive on anything from tarmac, gravel and snow, dry and wet conditions, to the Mini Cooper in the 1960s, all the way to something like a Gymkhana car in Gymkhana 3 done by Ken Block recently.
Today we've come to the Phil Price Rally School. Let me just consult the notes again. Most of us have got experience of rallying, but we've come here for a refresher course to make sure that we're giving the best experience to our gamers through actually experiencing rally for ourselves.
We're in our final practice session before I go out for my time session to compete against all the other guys in the studio.
This is one hell of a day. Come back on.
In my job as a car handler, you need to kind of have as much experience with racing and go, you know, pushing the limits of the car, definitely.
We've got 6 head-to-head stages and 32 rally stages. Finland, Norway, Kenya and Michigan. We've got completely new surface type there with snow and ice. We've got dirt, we've got gravel, rocks, we've got grass, and variations within those, so you're driving on mixtures of the two, and that we feel is really important. We're actually introducing the 2011 WRC Ford Fiesta. We've also introduced the 2010 WRC cars, which are the Ford Focus and the Citroen C4. The player will be able to choose from 2 co-drivers. We've got the male co-driver and the female co-driver. 60% of our career mode is made up of the rally discipline.
My favourite rally car, it's a difficult question, but just recently we went out in Mark II Escorts. After that sort of experience, that's got to be my favourite car.
Audi Quattro, I'd say, one of the old classics.
Probably have to come from the Group B section, so maybe Audi Quattro, maybe even the Mark II Escort, it's one of my favourites.
That's a tough question. It's got to be the Lancia Delta Integrale. Anybody who's gone anywhere near a car can enjoy the sensation of driving rally stages as fast as they can.
No racing game has given you such a great balance of realism and accessibility.
Dirt 3's release is going to be so exciting.
Gymkhana is
Sort of like,
I mean, it's
well...
Sorry, this wasn't the question I was expecting. Gymkhana is it's all about precision driving, so you've got obstacles and gates and cones that you're driving around.
Create things in Gymkhana where the car actually has to slide.
A big area, just do your own thing, really, your own stunts, tricks, that kind of thing.
yeah, it's really crazy and it makes a lot of fun.
It takes place in sort of open car parks at the amateur grassroots level. Ken Block has taken it to the next level by bringing Gymkhana onto YouTube.
In its simplest form, that's what Gymkhana is.
The Gymkhana both online and in split screen, so you can play it with your friends, and you can also go online and show the world what you're made of. So you'll be able to compete in freestyle Gymkhana online, where you'll be able to throw down your best tricks against your friends. You'll also be able to do joyride with your friends in your own Battersea compound, so you'll be able to just hang out and have fun. With our YouTube upload feature, you'll be able to create your own Gymkhana videos, so when you string together an awesome set of tricks, you'll be able to go to the replay and just upload that straight up to YouTube, so it'll be a fantastic thing for all the players to show their stuff online. Yeah, you can do jumps in Gymkhana. We're going to keep them measured for the competitive events, but yeah, jumps are going to be in there, so you'll be able to get some airtime while you're driving around, breaking up those drifts and slides. So we've got the N12 Subaru Impreza, the saloon-shaped one, and the hatchback-shaped N13. We've also got the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. We've also got Ken's Ford Fiesta from the Gymkhana 3 video. We've got two main Gymkhana locations, Monaco Harbour and the Memorial Stadium in Los Angeles. The player can also take part in their own sort of practice Gymkhana sessions at the Battersea compound in London. It's going to go through every single type of trick that we've got in the game.
The faster and the more sideways you drift through the gate, the more points you'll score.
He'll just show you the ropes and send you on your way into the world of Gymkhana. Yeah, we use the same physics model across the whole game, so we're really proud of our robust physics system, and it works for all types of driving.
Gymkhana is incredible. I mean, talk about the ultimate playground, like just having fun, doing stuff with the car that really shouldn't be legal.
Playing the Gymkhana on Dirt 3, just trying to string all the routines together at Battersea.
Well, everyone's seen Gymkhana on the internet. You've got to love Ken for what he does. He's bringing rally to the millions who've never sort of seen any sort of rally before. And like he says, hooning isn't a crime.
As a gamer, you're going to be enthralled by it as well, not just from a typical driving standpoint, but also as, you know, if you're just getting into these types of games.
Doing donuts, like huge skids, just a great time, and the actual play control on it's spot on.
The way that Ken uses Gymkhana to train and practice for real life rallying, the way it's integrated that into the game, you know, it's going to be one of the funnest bits of the game, but also one of the best ways to hone your skills. And yeah, definitely, I don't think it's something I could ever do in real life, so I'm glad I'll get a chance to do it within the game.
Dirt 3 takes all the great elements of off-road racing and then throws Gymkhana into the mix. You don't just have to race against opposition, we've got challenge modes to allow the player to let their hair down and just have a bit of a break from the actual rigours of racing.
For me, it's all the fun stuff that I love, you know. Obviously, going as fast as possible down a rally stage, plus being able to hoon the car around in the Gymkhana area. Gymkhana is absolutely one of the funnest things that I do. Being able to go out and abuse one of my Gymkhana cars for any time of day is always a good time.
Pretty realistic.
Detail on it is incredible.
Very realistic. When I bank a corner in, it does go and does slide. And
Another go?
Yeah, one more.
It gives you a bit of a tank slapper on the way out.
It feels as real as it gets, basically.
Sorry, got to concentrate.
All the noises and the traction, the way the kind of car slips and slides across the surfaces.
Good graphics,
It's insane.
very good sound, a realistic feeling.
The most realistic game I've ever played, to be honest.
The realism of Dirt 3 is just amazing. The graphics have come up another level from Dirt 2. The way the cars handle and the way everything looks, it's just incredible.
We're working much closer with manufacturers and racing drivers to make sure the physics are as realistic as possible for each and every car in the game. Depending on where you hit it, if you were to impact the car and damage the front, you might actually damage the steering, which will affect the ability to get around corners. In the slide, you'll notice that when you're in a rear-wheel drive car, the rear end will be coming around on you a lot faster, so you'll be required to counter-steer. In a front-wheel drive car, you'll be looking to enter the corner much slower to counter off the understeer. And in four-wheel drive, you've got much more traction to be able to handle almost any situation there. Without a doubt, the car handling in Dirt 3 is the best it's ever been in Colin McRae games. What we look to do is improve the way the weight shifts in the car. It's far more realistic. It transfers that force in much more detailed fashion on the springs, dampers and the tyres.
The physics that we've put into the tool this time are much more advanced. We're using camber grip, real weight position.
You'll be able to feel all of those sort of things when you're running on a steering wheel or a pad in our game as well. Dirt 3 uses a very realistic physics model, and we aim to make the cars as realistic as possible.
We can grab real-world stats, and from there we can really modify and alter the character around those figures. There's 400 parameters, so we can go on forever just tweaking, just to get the best out of the setup.
Mind-blowing is the first thing that comes to mind. How realistic it is. Every element to it, the detail they've been into is just incredible. And when I sit down and play Dirt 3 and I get a sweat on and I want more and more and more, there must be something pretty good about it, because my day job is driving rally cars.
Superb.
It's amazing.
Simply incredible.
I said awesome already.
Ridiculous.
First class.
Fantastic.
We're here at the Battersea launch event for Dirt 3.
Doing a massive event.
In-house, we've got the D-Box running off with Dirt 3. A lot of people are really excited about that.
We're going to have some rally drivers driving their cars around a Gymkhana course.
We're actually taking real life to mimic the game.
We're going to do what you see on YouTube, Gymkhana 3 live.
And if you're really lucky, you get to drive out with Ken Block and the rest of the gang as well.
We spoke a lot with Ken, and we were able to really understand exactly what it was that he does.
Being able to work with Codemasters on Dirt 3 has actually been a very good experience.
I've always seen them from the outside, but now to get involved and get in underneath the skin.
The design team, they're like the biggest geeks on the planet.
We just wanted to take it to the next level with Gymkhana.
They're the enthusiasts, aren't they?
It's skills that, you know, that I've learned all from Rally, and then we just apply it in a quite different way.
Hopefully, between us all, we've come up with something pretty good.
I'm just blown away by the fact that I actually get to have as much input on the game as I do.
The graphics are amazing.
It's a return to the roots for the series.
It's like a revolution. The handling is superb.
The soundtrack is wicked.
I sat in that chair in there, the D-Box chair, and puked.
Why is it such a great game?
For me, when I sit and play it, you know, I get arm pumped.
The car, handling dynamics, great stages and changing conditions.
Well, it's not just a rally game. Maybe that's it.
You know, they put in areas where you just get to go out and hoon about with a car.
Most amount of realism that anybody's had in a rally simulation game.
No, you never have time to think about it. Eventually, it's going to happen anyway.
We're out there to push the boundaries, push the limits. Crashes happen now and again.
Just had a recent accident in Portugal where I rolled 3.5 times.
Has to be my idol and mentor some years ago, Colin McRae.
It was really his heart and his drive and how hard he drove. He just drove.
He set down a legacy which we're still continuing to follow.
His ethos was, if in doubt, flat out, and that just showed through every single race that he competed in.
Well, Colin McRae is one of the best drivers in the history of forever.
He just went for it every time and all the time. He was just spectacular, really great driver.
A really big deal to me to be a part of this series that really started with Colin McRae.
So much to get excited about. Of course, the tracks are awesome, the cars are massively varied, and of course you've got like multiplayer aspects such as the split screen mode, such as the party modes.
Constantly adding new tech just to make the cars feel more realistic.
Dirt 3 is going to be amazing, primarily because we listened to what the fans wanted and we reacted to that.
It's definitely capturing the real sense of driving as you go along.
It's a kind of a bit of a return back to basics. There's so many more cars.
The mechanics are like it would be.
There's some real passion in this game, and it really comes through.
I'll definitely be buying it when it comes out, no question.
Well, that's a tricky question. I mean, apart from myself, obviously.
We've got quite a few fast drivers on our team. I'm, of course, one of them.
Apart from myself, it probably has to be Ginn or Paul Coleman.
That Lancia, that retro Lancia.
Lancia Delta Integrale.
Ken Block's Gymkhana car.
6R4 Group B.
I like the Mini Cooper.
Short wheelbase.
Ford RS200.
Really small, little hatchback.
RS200.
Really quick.
I like the Ford Focus one.
Sick is that?
It is so close to the real thing that it can actually get.
I get a sweat on and I want to hit restart all the time.
Dirt 3 looks incredible.
Fantastic.
Playing Dirt 3, I get that buzz again.
Dirt 3 is rally, Gymkhana, all at its best.
Dirt 3 is simply incredible.
It is so close to the real thing that it can actually get.
The level of how they're engineering the cars, it is getting a bit on virtual testing for me when I drive a simulation game.
The way the cars handle and the way everything looks, it's just incredible.
we're giving the best experience to our gamers through actually experiencing rally for ourselves.
In my job as a car handler, you need to kind of have as much experience with racing and go, pushing the limits of the car.
So accurate.
There's some real passion in this game, and it really comes through. You can't beat that in this industry.
We've got so many classic rally cars in Dirt 3. We're really excited by the list we've got in there. We've got cars from the present day, 90s, 80s, Group B, 70s and 60s. So we've got cars ranging from the Ford Fiesta, RS WRC, all the way through to the Mini Cooper from the 1960s. Some really great places to go in Dirt 3, and we're really excited to be taking players around the world.
Get to drive on anything from tarmac, gravel, snow, in dry and wet conditions.
So the mechanical damage aspect of Dirt 3 is improved far from Dirt 2 now. If you were to drive into a wall, you're looking at damaging possibly the front wheel, probably offsetting the alignment, and that'll all be fed back into the steering wheel, onto the pad.
Ken's a fantastic rally driver, and he's really developed the sport out in the States. He went and created these amazing Gymkhana videos. And we saw him doing that, and we just wanted to get in his head, work out exactly what it was that drives him to do these amazing videos. We sat down with him, we spoke to him about what's cool about Gymkhana, what works, what doesn't, how the cars handle. We've incorporated all of those factors together and created this wonderful Gymkhana mode for Dirt 3, so we're really happy that it's in the game.
Well, that's Ken Block taking some of our VIP guests around in the Ford WRC car in a made-up Battersea Gymkhana environment. That's awesome.
Being a part of Dirt 3's development's been a huge honor for me. Just absolutely love working with Codemasters. It's just crazy to me to see my car on the cover of an amazing game like this.
If you've got friends around, you can just get the split screen out and play two players on the same TV.
We can also do system link.
Do a LAN party with your friends, just get 8 players on a local area network.
We've got multiplayer party modes in the game, which is a bit like playing It in the playground. So, if you're It, you're infected, and you have to drive up after the other cars in the track, or hide from them if you're not infected.
Every single pothole and bump in the track really makes it for a really, really good game.
For me, straight away, this is like a revolution again. It's so realistic. The handling is superb.
It's a really jam-packed game, and we're just dying for people to get their hands on it and see their reaction. It's just going to be great.